So when we come back out here, we lost. You know, we got to learn how to live all over again. And then y'all telling us, well, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna do that, but y'all not doing anything.
No accountability.
Promises.
You see, all the money that taxpayers want to say, all the money that taxpayers pay, right, to house us in prison, right, and all of the
Big
programs
business.
that go into prison.
Big business.
How come y'all dollars is not tax deductible?
Let me say this to you. What happened at Baltimore City Jail Detention Center when they said that this brother, I forgot his name, was running the jail and the drugs and all this was going into jail and all this and that. You mean to tell me the top man who was in charge didn't know what was going on? He
Well,
got
you know,
he got a piece of the pie.
You talking about the jailhouse? The same thing with the Mr. Kevin got an issue with the shelter situation.
Exactly.
So he in the same situation where they I guess the guards or
God's brought harm to me.
Wait a minute.
And they barred me out the shelter because they said we pending investigation. So now I gotta sleep on the streets. He got a few days off. You know. Okay,
What's his name?
I don't know the particular.
he got to find it out.
But we under I mean, it's being investigated now because I got help. I was out there by myself in the shelter, standing in the shelter. You know, like standing in the shelter, whatever. When Miss Flowers picked me up, I was on the street.
Can you tell me and Brother Wallace where the shelter
So I
is
took
we
him back
can
down
go
there yesterday to see if they would let him in,
They ain't let him in?
and they ain't let him in.
Can he say the name of the shelter?
And it's a cold blue.
Where's the
Oh,
shelter?
Cold Blue?
It's cold blue.
Cold blue. I'm gonna make it a cold red.
You want to go down
Yeah,
there
we going down there.
together?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, like but this whole situation, I tell them now, well, you need to get the incident report.
Yeah.
Because if it was an altercation right there in the lobby, it should be recorded, and he should be able to follow
They
up
got
from it.
cameras in there.
Other than that, he may need to have a police report.
Brother Bubba called in about Westport, Mount
no.
Wynum.
Yeah.
We went
Let's
out
see.
there. We
Right.
went out there.
How you doing today, brother Mark?
Hey,
I'm doing well.
all right. How you doing, Brother Mark?
And Jeff,
How
Yeah.
are you?
and I'm glad y'all, holding people accountable. That's what we got to do, man. We got to hold people feet to the fire. when
That's
they
right.
get wrong. And I was waiting for you to call in the other day, Miss Flowers, you or
What?
somebody, because the mayor was on the phone and you could call in. He was on
What?
1010. You could call.
Well,
in.
that's so
Hang
unusual.
on, wait a minute, hang on and ask her a question.
No.
first.
What?
No.
Yes.
I missed that.
She was on Larry Young, and I was looking for one of y'all to call, and I tried to get through. I couldn't get through, but nobody asked a question about homelessness.
Wow.
I know everybody that's homeless, doesn't have substance abuse problems, but if they do, we do have, some resources, Ms. Flowers,
Okay.
Brother Israel Kason,
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, I know, Brother K-Song.
You can't.
24/7 treatment on demand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
What's
on
his
Park
What's his
Heights.
number?
His number, the office number is 410
Mm-hmm.
728
Okay.
5174.
Wait, brother Mark, wait a minute.
You
I got some guests here
Talk.
feeling. Wait a minute. I got some guests here feeling saying
Uh-oh.
that they may not be able to help them.
Man, well, they couldn't help me. They said I wasn't using enough drugs.
Wait a minute.
Well,
that's-
that's
you hear
that's
that?
a resource. He comes on Sundays at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, Brother K-Song.
Call him and talk to him. But Helping Up Mission also is a year program. That's down on Baltimore Street, Miss Flowers.
They wouldn't accept
I've
me
been
neither.
down there
Kevin, he
a couple
runs
times,
it.
Me and my wife shared our experience, strength, and hope. It's a sort of like a religious and spiritual, and
Excuse me,
they
sir.
help you in all areas.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I was up there. I was in
Brother
there.
Mark.
I was in there.
He
If you
was-
listen,
you
I was
had
in
one
there.
out,
I spoke to Kevin. That's
Mark.
the director. Kevin is the director.
We have some homeless individuals in the studio, and I guess it's contrary to some of the things that you're saying.
Right.
They haven't. Hold on.
Everybody
one second.
doesn't get like I spoke to Kevin as the director at the Help Rescue Mission, and he told me because I was straight home from prison that I wasn't actively addicted using yet, so I didn't fit the process through the assessment to get accepted into the drug program. But I've been using drugs all of my life. That's Kevin. That's
The
Kevin.
one you
He
talking
tells-
about?
Yeah.
Which one? I'm talking about Helping Up Mission now.
You took Helping Up Rescue Mission.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, but you gotta pay $3. But if you ain't in the program,
Yes, sir.
if you're not in the program, you gotta pay $3 a day.
Yeah.
just for shelter.
Let Mr. Marcus. Yes,
Can I
yes, sir.
just jump in here for 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know a young man that's gone through there. It's a year program. I went down there and shared, me and my wife shared our experience and hope before. Every program is not going to take everybody. You do have to be actively, getting high to get into that program. That's a resource. That's a resource for that will take in a lot of people. They supposed to be starting to help women. I don't know if they ever got that program started, but I do have a phone number, Ms. Flowers. That's another resource.
What's the number?
410-675-7500. And see, I know you'll check it out yourself.
Yes, yeah,
But
definitely.
these people in here, they not too happy about this.
Israel's program, and sir, that's in the studio. He comes on Sundays at 1 o'clock, right on that station. So you want to call.
Yeah, but I've been at the belt. I was staying at the. I was staying in
He's
the.
saying they wanna
I was
help
staying
people
at the
getting
help
out of
rescue
jail.
mission, but that's the shelter part.
Y'all keep the good work up, man.
All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Mark, you
That's
too.
Mr. Who is it, Mr. Mark?
Yeah, John Hopkins got all that down there. Yeah, there's people that's in the program. Don't get me wrong. They gonna keep that program filled up. There's people that been there 5 or 7 years because they got housing where you able to get your TDAP and everything else there too.
Well,
so
I know there's
got
one
some
thing about.
houses that
I
they-
know one thing about a lot of, and thank you, Mark, for calling in with that information. And it's so many. Our homeless population is a great number, and I know it's programs where they want you to be actively using, and then that's a part where they want to bring you in and be able to, help you in that part. But I understand where Darnell is at. Like, I'm not currently using. So what it seemed like somewhere, this is where the ball is falling from under.
No, I had used because see the thing about
In
it
jail,
is,
they get high
when I-
too.
when
I'm
I-
not saying he
I
got
had
high,
relapse.
but
I was at the hospital. The hospital called them. They said, "Oh, you only relapsed a couple of times. You're not fully into the addiction."
They want you
I'm like,
straight out.
damn, I smoke crack. I can't be into the fully addiction.
But when they say
Because
you
I'm
coming
ready to
out
run
of
up in the
jail,
stores
Miss
right now,
Flowers,
you know?
when they say you coming out of jail, people in jail get high.
Do you know that?
So
Oh, you heard? What's that? Ben Carlson. He made a statement talking
About
people go in jail and they
come out 85% gay.
Yeah, he had to apologize because
Yeah, that's not true.
Do y'all know? Y'all know that? I didn't mean to cut anyone off, but y'all know that in order for you to get on a methadone program, even if you're a recovering addict and you get incarcerated, when you're incarcerated and you're not using, you went incarcerated, you're not using no longer because there's no longer drugs there. You still have that mental disability.
Yeah.
So you might need something to stabilize you. Something to keep you going.
Stabilize.
So sometimes you might have to come home and get on a methadone program just so you can learn how to function without the use of drugs. But they tell you in the methadone program, no, we need you dirty.
Yeah.
So in other words, I got to go get high.
Just to get
A
in the
lot of them
program.
people, a lot of them
don't want
individuals
that
were
program.
homeless, so they went and did a bag and did some alcohol
Just to get in there.
secure security.
So it's
on
almost like we
homelessness.
got a system here that they got. It's a real. See, this is a lot. See, this is
You
why.
got guys in there that
traumatized.
smoke
See?
weed.
No,
You
I've
got
been,
guys in the program that
Miss
smoke
Flowers,
cake too.
Traumatized.
I've been clean and sober since '97. How many years is that? Do I mean if I could be homeless, I'm gonna get high, and start all over again just to get in a shelter?
That's
I said,
how
but
most
do-
of the
but do you
programs
realize,
are.
But do you realize it's all? This is the
Because
big
of funding.
This is the big issue with homelessness. Like all of these, everybody got a story with this, and it all leads to homelessness, and it make it more important us as advocates and leaders that we bring awareness to a different side of this. Like these individuals need to be self-sustained. They need to be rehabilitated.
Right.
They need jobs because again, you're dealing with something. Just like Mr. Kevin just said, you come out, you're dealing with something. Like, we have to make it better for these individuals. Like, we can say this all day on this radio Wednesday and Fridays, but until we realize as a people that we need to step up and do more while homeless individuals. And just like yesterday, our thing was to ride through just to see, and I know we have, city officials and everybody that listen, and happy Friday to you too, but, until we actively put a plan together that where we focus on what's happening with the homeless individuals, it's not a bad word. I was happy to see our mayor walk through the War Memorial this weekend, you know. And my mind was that you walk through, let's do something.
Yeah, she gonna do
Because
anything about it, though.
I want to do. We got to do something about it. Like people, everybody, we got to
What
step
she
up and
do?
do something.
She's acting now.
She walked through and she went to visit the War Memorial.
Okay.
You know, and my phone was blown. The mayor's in the War Memorial.
What
I
happened
said,
after
and
that?
I said, and this the point. After you come out of there, that's when you got to implement services to do something. Because unfortunately, we could walk around. We could do musicals. We could build buildings. But the homeless population is here to stay unless we do something. And it ain't something that's going to just go away. You can't wish them away. You can't just say they're gone, you know, because when we went down there yesterday, like just having people outside in tents and it's snowing,
Yep.
this is unacceptable. This city gets too much money in it. $48.3 million.
What?
We need to start figuring out where every penny of $48.3 million at. And it shouldn't be going in nobody's administrative pocket. Everybody need to be fired and start
Pockets.
over. Everything just need to have a fresh start or something. Like we got to
The
start
good
over.
part about what you're doing and what Brother Waller's doing, when
And
we
you,
received that
and
call,
everybody.
and
Yeah,
everybody
you
else,
too.
when we received that
You
call,
done responded today to the family, to the
yeah.
people. Like
What?
you got to respond.
Yeah.
The fire, nine houses caught on fire.
last night.
And Dr. Humphrey had to respond. You gotta go check on
Yeah,
people.
What that lady when we went to Mount Winding, because
People
we
too
were
comfortable.
concerned
Right.
citizens. What did she do?
She helped and reached out.
She said they don't have no water. They get water if they ask for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Well, how you gonna
And,
flush
and
the
we
toilet?
said, give them water.
Yeah.
Why are they going
You
to
said
ask for
Deer
it?
Park can
Right.
donate the
A
water.
whole truckload can come out Dead Park. Yeah.
Then City Hall called.
Mhm.
Who was those people there? Don't worry about who we are.
Right.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
don't
They
like.
wanna
They
know
don't
who
like.
we in there.
Well, the issue is about exposing. Like you shouldn't be concerned about being exposed.
Right.
Unless you got something to hide. Like if you got something to hide, just like a lot of these service providers, don't hate on the way I activate because my advocacy is personal. Like these